All right, what's going on, everyone? So today we're gonna kind of talk about the current meta and where it's at. I think there's some really cool things to know. It was a really big online tournament last night. Tom Hayden's tournament. Shout out to Tom Hayden and the OCO podcast. If you don't follow, listen to that, check that out. But yeah, 7 p.m. last night. These were the standings, and Zamazenta actually. Um, did really well. It won the tournament. So Zamazenta is pretty good. It could be really scary. Let's check out the team itself. Let's see. Can we All right, here we go. So Iron Defense body press stuff, Terror Ghost, really good. Um, it has Protect and Behemoth Bash. Now the only scary thing is like if you like so what's really good, actually I didn't even realize, is this thing has Wyguard on Pelipper. I think this is actually really good set. I definitely see why it won last night. And you have Booster Speed Fluttermane, you have AV Rilla, Incin Citrus, Terra Grass, Calm Mind Bolt with leftovers paired next to the Rillaboom. Um, really solid six Pokemon to kind of they all kind of like help each other out in a way. So like if you play Calyrex, Pelipper just kind of walls it with Wyguard. And honestly, Zamazenta with Behemoth Bash does good damage into it. So like this team is really, really strong. And let's look at the other team. So like FSU fan, really good player. Pelipper is Zacian. And a really good player actually yesterday. Gavin Michaels tweeted out that Pelipper Zacian could be really good, and then there it goes, getting second place in the Tom Hayden tournament. Rogue VGC, with standard pretty much like Trick Room stuff, Scarf Urshifu with Farigiraf, Throat Spray, Cornerstone Ogerpon, which is good to know. Cornerstone, obviously, it has a built-in, it's sturdy, so it has a built-in Focus Sash. So people probably usually run that like super offensive and speedy, so outside of Trick Room, it can kind of steal some KOs. This is interesting. Swords Dance Ice Rider without Trick Room. So the only problem with this is you actually have to use the giraffe to set up Trick Room. So you're almost kind of forced to play this mode because this mode is very slow without Trick Room. So it's kind of hard to play like outside of Trick Room, but like you can go instant Urshi and kind of just like overwhelm them off the rip. And I guess you can just like follow me Glacial Lance or follow me Swords Dance too if you don't want to bring Trick Room. But yeah, really strong team for sure. That guy Jimmy, what is this? Are we actually kidding? Whoa. There's a Wigglytuff that got like top eight. Maybe wait, was it top eight or top four? Top four in 100+ person online tournament yesterday. Yes, that is a Wigglytuff. Citrus Berry competitive. Heel Pulse Gleam Encore helping it. Oh, it does it not get follow me? Yeah, let's look at Wigglytuff here. Wiggly Tough. Yeah, competitive is really good because of Incineroar. So you can kind of start, and it actually doesn't have a terrible um like special attack stat. Base 140 HP is really good, but 45 and 50 is like ew. Well, let's see what it gets. It gets Hyper Voice. We don't care about that. Nasty. It gets Perish Song. Oh my goodness, I think it's Perish Song. Um, then you got Taunt, Thunder Wave. It doesn't get Follow Me though, right? No, no Follow Me. It gets Sing though. That's kind of annoying. Skill Swap. Heal Pulse is good. Oh, it gets Gravity. So you can do like Gravity Hypnosis stuff with it if you wanted to. Wow, that's kind of crazy. So yeah, then you have Bronzong. Bronzong with Levitate's really good. Terra Fire. Trick Room Heavy Slam, Iron Defense Body Press. Really cool set here. And then this is kind of like similar to the other one where it's like Clear Amulet. I think Clear Amulet is gonna be like standard for Ice Rider. Um, Glacial Lance, high horsepower. Protect Trick Room, Safety Goggles, Instant, Standard, AV Terror Bug Bolt. That's a little bit different. And then yeah, Rocky Helmet Amoonguss. Really, really cool team there. Then we have Legacy here with we have some. I kind of like this one. You have your Covert Cloak, Tailwind Setter on Pelipper. I wonder. I'm curious to know if this Ice Rider is a little bit faster. How fast could Ice Rider get? Let's see. Calyrex, Ice Rider. Um, like if we ran Jolly, like how fast is it actually getting? So it isn't. Uh, I mean, it could outspeed some stuff if it's max speed Jolly in Tailwind. And realistically, you don't really need any attack investment. Like you can go to like that and then just go here and then like that's not bad. So I could see it being pretty good in Tailwind, kind of like that, kind of like how Blood Moon was kind of picking up with like Vergarath, Torn, Heart Flame, that kind of team. I could see Ice Rider doing that too. Um, Mental Herb Amoonguss, Rage Powder, Spore, Pollen Puff, Sludge Bomb, Standard Ogre Pawn, another AV Bolt, but this one's Terra Fairy, and then Flare Blitz, Fake Out, Wisp, Knock. Oh, no parting shot. No parting shot. That's interesting. I don't hate that, to be honest with you. I don't actually hate it. Well, Master Mark VGC. He's actually one of the boys. We love Mark. Um, Mark's also shout out to Mark. He's very close to his World's Invite. He's also running Ice Rider with Mian Xiao. Usually people run like Calyrex Mian Xiao, like Shadow Rider with Mian Xiao, but Mark was running Mian Xiao with Ice Rider. I don't know that this was intentional, the Terra fighting. I have to ask him. I don't know if that's intentional. I would assume like he had to put that because of what he had in game and it probably didn't have a like shards for it, but maybe he wanted stronger close combats. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Figgy Berry, Ensign, Blitz, Wisp, Party Shot, Fake Out, Rocky Elven, Amoonguss, Terra Dark. The reason why you'd want Terra Dark is you're immune to Expanding Force and you're also immune to Prankster moves. So, and you're also resisting Shadow Rider, which is really good. And then obviously standard Ogre Pawn. I want to say pretty standard Ice Rider, but this one's actually Terra Fire. Most of the other ones were Terra Water. Now that I think about it. Then we have Michael R at seventh place with Koraidon. We have Koraidon, Fluttermane, Amoonguss, Torn, Chiyu, Raging Bolt. This one's a Terra Electric. We've seen three different Terras so far on Raging Bolts. We've seen Bug, Fairy, and Electric. I know that Fairy was predominantly like the one that dominated Regulation F. I'm not sure what Bolt's gonna be in Regulation G as far as Terra. I want to assume Fairy just because um it's good in the mirror. It's good against Wicked Blow. Um, and they're also neutral to Shadow Rider. Light Form Chi though, it's pretty cool. Snarl, Heat Wave, Overheat, Flame Charge, Flare Blitz, Collision Course, Clear Amulet, Terra Stellar Flutter with Taunt, Shadow Ball, Icy Wind, Moonblast, no Protect. No Protect. Wait. We have three Pokemon. Okay, so 3 and 3 is fine. Once it's like 4-2, it gets a little crazy here. Um, Katori, good player. Zacian with Substitute. Gouging Fire, Howl Stuff, Chen Pao, Sash, Ghost, Scarf Urshi, Terra Grass to get around Amoonguss. Gambit. I actually think Gambit is gonna be better in Regulation G than it was in F because of Shadow Rider. The only thing that like obviously Zamazenta won last night and Zamazenta kind of walls it. But for the most part, I think Gambit will be really good. Amoonguss standard. Oh, oh. And then we have at 11th place, we have Chance. I actually just played him on ladder. Saw this team, really, 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 really cool team. Um, he likes it a lot. Now, Reflect, Light Screen, obviously really good. The Priority Wisp is actually really, really broken. I like Priority Wisp a lot. Um, I also don't mind Quash. I think it gets Quash too, but Taunt's good. Wisp is good. Um, Lugia. Let's look at Lugia real fast because Lugia is not something that you're gonna see too often in this regulation, but with multi-scale, it's not terrible. The only problem with Lugia is just its typing. What let's see, he's Terra Fairy on Lugia. I guess yeah, Terra Fairy on Lugia seems really good. With leftovers. Like, hold up. Lugia is so bulky. Look at this. Um, this thing's a monster. Let's look at Shadow Rider. Shadow Rider is so broken. I can't believe they let this Pokemon in the game without Yveltal or Xerneas. It's just look at this speed and special attack stat, and it's still got decent defense and special defense, and then pretty decent HP. Like, what is going on here? Um, so Lugia is very very bulky. And it's not slow. It's base 110. So like Lugia isn't bad actually. Lugia is definitely on the radar to be something that's decent. But obviously it's setup, and my only qualm with setup is that you get more chances to get crit. So I don't know if I would be the person to run this kind of team. I tried it in regulation B with Annihilate. Like I did run Screens Ape and Breaking Swipe, Roaring Moon, and I just get crit, 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 crit. Game's over. So that's my only worry about a team like this is just like you just give the opponent more chances to crit you. Um, I do think that this would be better with leftovers because you have terrain. But I guess like yeah, I do think leftovers better because you kind of have to Terra the Lugia, right? Like can it withstand Shadow Rider? Let's check damage calculator. This is like a really cool team, so we're gonna check this out. Lugia. Let's do blank set and Cali Shadow. Um, let's do Life Orb for a minute. Oh, you know what? 43% chance to Oko Life Orb. Because of multi-scale, and we're not even bulky yet. Hold up. Let's say we're 212. Yeah, Ashel never kills, but it does 80 to 90%, which is kind of crazy. But let's say we're like 36 here. Um, Probably want like 100 points there. You probably want to get around here in speed. I think this is fine. Um, let's do like modest ability. Oh, wait. That was without multi-scale. Oh my goodness, with multi-scale, it only does 37 to 45. That was without multi-scale. Oh my goodness, wait. Item. Let's try leftovers. Maybe this is something I try next. This might be fun. Let's go protect, calm mind. Can Arrow Blast miss? Oh, it is a high critical hit ratio move, but it can miss. That's the problem with these moves, man. Oh, what else does this thing get before I lose my mind? Gets Ice Beam. Psy Shock is good. Arrow Blast might not be the wave, even though it's really good into like Amoonguss. But like you can just use Psychic moves into Amoonguss, just make it Terra. Air Cutter, nah. Uh, it's not that great. Maybe Terra Blast. Maybe Terra Blast could be the wave here. Maybe Terra Blast, Terra Fairy, Terra Blast. I don't hate that. Yeah, but then you can't hit. So the original version had Earth Power. Let's see. Protect, Calm Mind. Let's try it. Let's do Arrow Blast and Earth Power. I'm not sure if these are the correct moves to put on it, but yeah. It does only like see, even at +1, like this is no investment. And it just does a little over half. This does under half. Like that's the only problem with Lugia is you really need to set up. Even at +2, it doesn't like kill. At +3, it's only a 43.8% chance to Oko. I'm not sure if like I would run something like this now that I look at it like this, just because if I'm, let's see, +3, I'll say +2, but you're at +1. Yeah, this thing's chunking, but it's a 4-hit KO, I guess. But you have to like really set it up. You have to like really, really set up with this thing. So that would worry me. That would worry me about Lugia. So let's look at some other teams here, but this was a cool one. I played on ladder. I lost, but they didn't bring Lugia. They focused on Annihilate. Um, Groudon. Oh, wait a minute. We have a Terapagos and a Screamtail on the same team. I want to look at that. Okay, it's standard Terapagos stuff. Choice Scarf, Urshifu. Booster Speed, Screamtail with Gleam, Encore, Disable, Protect, Taunt, Instant, and AV on Rilla. Um, so really, really cool stuff. Now let's look at Lab Mouse. I want to look at Lab Mouse for a little bit. Let's look at like the best performing. Let's refresh this so it's looks better. Um, okay, so the best performing Pokemon right now in Regulation G, it looks like, according to Lab Mouse, is Incineroar, Water Urshifu, and Rillaboom. Those are the three main ones. Tornadus and Mungus are also up here. And then Bolt. Wow, this is a Regulation G kind of team right here. Look at this, all Regulation G Pokemon. Then you have Cali Shadow above Fluttermane. Water Ogerpon. Then we have Farigiraf is high. Ice Rider, Pow, Terapagos. Oh, Lando Eye, it looks like it dropped. Lando Eye kind of dropped off a little bit, it looks like. Urshi Dark down here a little bit. Indeedee. Oh, Kyogre. So it looks like the top restricteds are Shadow Rider, Ice Rider, Terapagos, and Kyogre is up here. Groudon's at 5th. Zacian's at 6. Koraidon's at 7. Zamazenta's 8th. Lunala is 9. Miraidon's 10th. So this is an interesting little look at the meta here. In my opinion, right now, Koraidon is better than I think Rhydon's better than Groudon, to be honest. Um, and I also think Zamazenta right now might be better than Zacian, which is kind of crazy. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging. I like Zacian a lot. Zacian's one of my favorites. Ah, Zacian. What they did to you is so unfair. Ah, right. So Zacian. Okay. Base 148, 115, 115, 150, 92. Like bulky. Zamazenta. Let's change it to 50. Right? We have 92, 120, 140, 140, 128. So it's slower, but not that much slower. And it's bulkier. Zacian technically hits harder, but then this thing has a boost in defense immediately and body press. Um, this kind of sucks too. It looks like it only gets the defense boost one time, so you can't. So if you switch it out, you lose the boost. That's kind of annoying too. They really nerf these things, but not this one or this one. Like these two have two abilities, and then these two have one ability, and they get nerfed. Make it make sense, please. Like I love how I have all restricteds here and then Wigglytuff. That's actually really funny. All restricteds there, then Wigglytuff. All right, so let's look at some of the best teams that are. Let's refresh this. Let's go to top teams. Okay. Regulation G. Let's look at. Let's look at from Saturday to today and apply. Nothing. Or maybe they didn't update. Let's just do it this way then. Do I have to pick dates? Unofficial. G. I guess the first to today. Apply. Okay. So the best team that's on here, it's 14-2, is Wims. It's triple grass. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, and it was for my Donk. Good player too. Specs. This is disgusting. Sorry, Donk, if you watch this, but this is disgusting. Um, Terra normal. Calyrex is funny. With specs is really, really funny. Fake out, goggles, grass. Look at that, these grass and goggles. That's funny. Amoonguss. Well, if you can't tell, the only damage dealers are the top three. The bottom are all support. So really cool team. Um, what else? Let's see. Win rate. No, this is regulation F. Let's do G. Okay. This is cool. I like this one. Let's check this out. Whiskey Bob. Whiskey Bob's gaming out here. Clear Amulet, Koraidon with Collision Course, Flare Blitz, Breaking Swipe. I like that. Specs Flutter. Sash Chiyu. Um, Tornadus, Covert Cloak, like that. Walking Wake, Life Orb. I like that too. And Rillaboom. Um, all really cool stuff that I like. So yeah, I like this a lot. I think that you can't run like like spam like priority stuff because of Indeedee and Farigiraf. So Walking Wake might be really good right now, honestly. I could see Walking Wake being really good, especially on a Sun team. My only problem with this is that Koraidon and Walking Wake are both dragon types. So it makes one of them weak to like you kind of almost forced to not bring one. It's almost I hate to say this, but maybe Groudon's better on this specific team. But I don't know. I like Koraidon. I do like Breaking Swipe. I like Collision Course. I also like that it gets Koraidon. I like that it gets Flame Charge. So like Flame Charge raises its speed by 1. So like you can actually like if you have Swords Dance, Protect, and Collision Course, like you can boost your attack, boost your speed, and you're still sticking damage. So I like that too. So Koraidon's really good, I think. Um, yeah, this kind of team's gonna be pretty popular. Um, I think this is gonna be a tough team to beat, honestly. Very hyper offensive. I can see teams like this day twoing like Indy or some of the newer regulation G tournaments. Um, I don't think something like this would win. Um, I can't talk. Like NEIC. I think like a balanced team might win NEIC or like a really crazy balanced or crazy hyper aggressive Sun team. I don't think this is as hyper aggressive as you may think. Like something that might win that could be crazy is like Lilligant maybe. But where's the Pokemon that gets Tailwind too? Tailwind. That also gets chlorophyll. I can't think of its name. I think Joe UX9 played it a lot last year. Shout out to him. And he won like a major tournament with it. Why can't I think of the name? Okay, let me type in sleep powder. I'll remember. Lilligant, Venu, Jumpluff. There we go. Jumpluff. Jumpluff gets Tailwind and Sleep Powder, which kind of makes it crazy good, actually, if you really think about it. And it's not bad. Like it gets a nice speed tier. With chlorophyll, gets really fast. It doesn't have the worst special defense stat. It's kind of frail, but if you outspeed everything, it's kind of fine. And you can like encore lock people too into stuff. So like if you go covert cloak, like yeah, you can always get it off, and then I don't know, maybe leaf storm or something like energy ball, probably leaf storm, but maybe energy ball. Um, and you can just do some damage and kind of like be lock people out with stuff like encore. Like let's say they can't swords dance in front of you because you just lock them into swords dance or call mines. You just lock them into that. Sleep powder is really good. So like jump puff Koraidon could be really good, I think. Then with like Fluttermane, right? Um, what else could we rock with? We can go Bolt. You can go Wake. Wake might be a little bit better. I don't know if Wake or Bolt is better. Maybe Wake's better actually, just in case like it's a mirror and you're playing Groudon. And if you are playing Kyogre, like Wake and Koraidon kind of wall Kyogre. Um, so yeah, like this is kind of fine. I like this a lot. All right, so I think something like that could be good. Especially for like later tournaments. Like I don't think it'll win like right off the rip, but I think it could be good. That's just my initial thoughts, and just to give you guys a wrap up here. As far as like the Tom Hayden tournament. Oh my goodness, someone ran Dozo Tatsu at Kyogre and Berserker Goldango. That's really funny. Um, but yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. I just want to review the tournament. Hope you guys like this video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and thank you very much. All right. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, until next time.